So what I'll do is I'll explain to you what I'm going to do briefly. I'm just going to take 1 drop of blood from the finger, just 1 drop, and put it on the slide, and we'll look at it. So let's start by just choosing perhaps this finger down here. Okay, so we're just going to do, it's just going to feel like a little finger prick there. There we go. Beautiful. So just keep that finger like that for me. You okay there?
Good.
Excellent. So just hold that flat for me like that. Beautiful. That's all we need. I'm going to give you that, just apply that over that, put a small amount of pressure on there for me. Awesome. So what we do, we just put a little bit of this, what's known as an immersion oil over, just allows us, it doesn't actually come in contact with the blood, but it allows us just to look at the blood much, much better. I'll just pop this to the side for now and we'll take care of that later. So let's pop this onto the microscope and see what's going on. So we're seeing a formation that's known as a roulet formation. They are sort of like stacked on top of each other. It's almost like a caterpillar sort of. And these, we're starting to see some cells down here, some individual cells down here, but we're seeing these captured on top of here. So what this refers to as a roulet formation, it can indicate when the cells, the surface area of the cells is reduced down quite significantly down here. Often when we see this, it can be a result of, pH imbalance within the body. We should get nice individual cells freely floating around, spherical shapes. And down here, we're getting a lot of sort of accumulation of cells.
To see you drink all that if you could. Okay?
Really?
Yeah, really. Water, most important nutrient.
So what water is this?
This is the John Ellis Water. Okay, go ahead. Probably the most water you have drank for a while.
It's going to take a few minutes.
Yeah, do your
Don't worry
best.
about it. Yeah.
See, blood is 94% plus water. Okay. All right, one more sip.
Okay.
Down the hatch. Okay, thank you. Congratulations, Ryan. So there it is. Okay, it's empty, and we pour that as you measure. There you have the John Ellis Water. Okay, so we're going to revisit this in 15 minutes in the live blood analysis and see what happens.
Okay, so once again, we're just going to take a little sample of the blood from the finger. Just a little pinprick here. Beautiful, just hold that flat for me like that. Great, that's all I need. And great. We'll give you, just apply a little bit of pressure on there. So this is exciting. Let's see what's going on. So wow. So do you recall? So there's a significant difference. First of all, there's movement. And do you remember before when we had a lot of accumulation? Mm-hmm. And again, we can adjust things here with the lighting and stuff. But for just quickly looking at it, we're seeing much. This was like what, 15 minutes, I guess, has it been? And first of all, we're seeing movement, which is great. It's supposed to be static. We're seeing cells that are moving. We're starting to see definitely a breakdown. It's not a huge dramatic difference, but it's enough to indicate to us that there's been some changes just within the 15 minutes. That's great.
I think next big question is does drinking water makes it like that, or John Ellis Water that made it like that?
Well, normally, typically drinking water like regular tap water, you wouldn't see this much. You would see changes, but that would some changes, but that would happen over a significant period of time. Not like this was. How much did you consume right now?
500 milliliters.
500 mils. So yeah, I typically haven't seen changes within 15 minutes like this, where we've seen this. So there's definitely, like with the John Ellis Water, it's doing something to show that breakdown that's going on down there. But yeah, by drinking water generally, different types of water, we would see some changes, but we wouldn't see them this fast happening. So that obviously something about that particular type of water that's making these changes that are a little bit more dramatic down here. And but to see that much of a change within a relatively short period of time, which is great. Often with my clients, they'll go away and do something, whether it's some sort of detox program or lifestyle change, and they'll come back in a few weeks or perhaps a month's time. And depending on what they've done, we'll see some changes. But to see a change of this within 15 minutes of consuming the water, I mean, that's definitely a great significant start to healing your body.